30 years in education, Columbus School Superintendent Dr. Talisa Dixon says it is time to step away. And in her first interview since announcing her retirement yesterday, Dr. Dixon told Colleen Marshall that she's not sure of her next steps, but she leaves Columbus City Schools with pride. Colleen, this was a shock for a lot of people.
It really took a lot of people by surprise. She only signed her contract with the district 10 months ago. Her second contract, she's been here by the end of the school year, it'll be 4 years, but she says she did some soul searching, and after decades in education, more than 30 years after leaving her hometown in Mississippi to come to Ohio to attend the University of Akron, then Ohio State, she's ready to take a step back. Dixon was named superintendent 4 years ago. Her salary tops $225,000 a year by all accounts. When the board renewed that contract in February, they were pleased with her performance, but she has faced some challenges, most recently a teacher strike with bitter accusations about the condition of school buildings, a dispute over teacher pay. The district's already challenged academic record was put to a severe test during the pandemic, with Columbus schools among the last to resume classes after the lockdown. As you assess now where we are in education, and specifically Columbus schools post-pandemic, or at least as the pandemic fades away, where are we as a district?
Yeah, you know what, we're making some great strides. We know nationally school districts, urban school districts are not where we want to be, but we've seen some growth in Columbus City schools. I'm really proud of that. And the last report card showed growth in several areas. So when we think about in the absence of the pandemic, we could have moved a lot faster. But I'm proud of where we are because we, during the pandemic, we worked on a 5-year strategic plan. We put our new board goals and guardrails in place. We did a lot. We did the Columbus Promise. I mean, we changed our thinking about summer school and, moved away from summer school to summer experience because we wanted students to have a renewed energy about what education looks like and hands-on education looks like in the summer. So I'm proud of that work, and we know that we have a lot of more work to do.
And she did say that they have a graduation rate during the pandemic of 79%, which is higher than it was pre-pandemic. So she has a lot to point to with pride.
Okay, if we've got so many people shocked, if it's 10 months ago she signed this deal, this spells conflict. Is there conflict between her and the board?
Well, she was very guarded when I asked her about that, Brad, because I've heard rumors that there were problems between Dr. Dixon and the board. She said, she used the word, they wrestled over differing ideas sometimes. I also asked her, I did a comparison. When you think about this, these are two powerful women in education. Dr. Talisa Dixon, Dr. Christina Johnson, both rumored to have a contentious relationship with their boards, both now leaving. And leaving big holes. This is education leadership at its highest level in Central Ohio. And she had some interesting things to say about women are perceived differently. Because as you hear, that old saying that men are seen as leaders, women are seen as pushy. And she agreed with that assessment when I talked to her about it. So we're going to have a lot more with her throughout the day.
We're looking forward to the interview. Colleen Marshall, thanks very much. Appreciate it.